Finally!
I don't think you guys truly grasp how big of an update Fortnite just had for controller players. This is something that I think is going to start revolutionizing gaming. They made it so you can now aim with your controller by only moving it, not moving any of the sticks. It's going to absolutely change the way that controller players are able to play and help bridge the gap between mouse and keyboard and controller. The requirements to use the new Gyro Aiming mode are to have a PlayStation 5 or PlayStation 4 controller. You can use either one, so if you've got the PS4 controller somewhere, you know, with a previous console, you can use that, and they're also relatively cheap compared to the PS5 controller. On top of it being a PlayStation DualSense controller, you've got to have it plugged in via USB. Xbox players as of now and Xbox controllers have been unfortunately left in the dust for now. I think it has to do with the technology of a DualSense controller, you know, with the touchpad and the various different mechanisms there that the Xbox controller very simply just doesn't have. I hope that there's something that can be done to maybe push it for Xbox players a little bit more. Because, I mean, look at this. I main an Xbox controller. You can see it's on. I was literally playing with the Xbox controller, even though they just added gyro aiming to the PS5 controller, because I'm just more used to it, you know? Everybody's got a feel for their own controller. So while I do have the capabilities to play on gyro mode, and while I do think it's awesome and really going to help gaming on controller, I still use the Xbox, and I wish they would push it forward onto the Xbox controller. Again, understand there are probably some limitations, but it does suck. You have the option to customize so many different things within the gyro aiming mode. You can set it to be active all the time, to where you're always controlling at least some portion of your character just by turning your controller around, or you can set it to be active only when you're scoping and aiming, which I think is the smart option there. Based on my limited time playing in the gyro aiming mode, you definitely do not want to have it on all the time. It can get a little bit annoying. It can make your game look kind of strange, especially like if you just have to do something as simple and trivial as just scratching your back or something. Like literally just the slightest movement kind of makes the screen a little wobbly, so you probably, unless you're an absolute beast of some kind, have it on scope and aim only. You can adjust the sensitivity of it all. You can make it so you look around super quick, make those super precise adjustments much quicker. You can turn it down. I find the default setting to be pretty good. They've also added a new feature called Flick Stick, which allows you to instantly look in pretty much any direction based on which way you flick your controller. There are some really intricate settings. I played with the Flick Stick for a little bit. I think it has some unlimited potential, but just under my brief analysis, it seems to be pretty complicated, and the default features are good enough without it, I think. It really does help, and if you have a PS5 or PS4 controller, I urge you to give it a try. It's active right now in the game. You should see an option to view the settings right when you log in for the first time. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.